Good morning. It's Monday morning, and here we are reading Galatians 2:11 through 14, a short reading today. When Cephas came to Antioch, I opposed him to his face, because he stood condemned. For before certain men came from James, he was eating with the Gentiles, but when they came, he drew back and separated himself, fearing the circumcision party. And the rest of the Jews acted hypocritically along with him, so that even Barnabas was led astray by their hypocrisy. But when I saw that their conduct was not in step with the truth of the gospel, I said to Cephas before them all, "If you, though a Jew, live like a Gentile and not like a Jew, how can you force the Gentiles to live like Jews?" So, Peter and Paul facing off, and Paul's taking Peter on to his face in public. It's wonderful. You see, they didn't have all this niceness in the early church. Paul just let you hold it. He let you believe. He let you know where he was. And if your behavior wasn't in step, too bad for you. Oh, sometimes I think we could use a little of that in the contemporary church, but we don't want to not be nice, because God is always nice, right? No, and God's people are not always nice. Sometimes we have to tell the truth, and sometimes the truth is not what people want to hear. Sometimes the truth hurts. I'm sure that Peter didn't go to bed that night feeling all warm and fuzzy about Paul, but I think he would have gotten the point. You act like a Gentile when you're with the Gentiles, and when the Jews show up, all of a sudden, you're so Jewish. What's your problem? Which is it? Which is going to be? And Paul believes the truth of the gospel is that you're free from all those distinctions. And that's the point that he's making to the Galatians. Paul's viewpoint is going to win. Obviously, it won. It prevailed, but not without a lot of conflict. And this conflict here is one of the main ones. And as we saw in Acts, Paul eventually goes off and proclaims the gospel to the Gentiles and leaves dealing with the Jews to Peter and the others. So for us today, without all these Gentile-Jewish distinctions in our communities, what does this mean? I think it means that maybe we forsake some of this church-going niceness that we've cultivated and hang out with the people who are not necessarily the kind of people that we hang out with, that we like. What if you hung out with people who are homeless or poor? And what if you went out of your way to do things with people who don't believe in Jesus, but through your actions to demonstrate to them that, hey, this faith is something, it's okay, and it's something good. What if we did that? What if we all did that every day? Think of it. We could transform our town. We could transform our society. Heck, we could change the world. Of course, we won't do that, but if we did a little bit every day, it could help. And if we adopted the attitude that would lead us to do that, that would help. So just think about that today. Think about what it would mean to be like Paul, to take on people that are acting hypocritically or doing wrong, actually, and stand up for the truth of the gospel. Think about that. And in the midst of thinking about all that depressing stuff, try to have a wonderful day. All right? And we'll see you tomorrow.